haven't even made it to training camp yet. We have not even made it to the December 12th Women's USA Basketball training camp yet, and they are already disrespecting Caitlin Clark.
Look like Team USA is forcing Caitlin Clark to change her infamous 22 number to a new one.
Looks like Team USA is forcing Caitlin Clark to change her infamous number 22 to a new one. Team USA just made a decision that has the entire basketball world losing its mind. They are forcing Caitlin Clark, the biggest name in women's basketball right now, to give up her iconic number. The backlash is absolutely brutal. And now there are whispers that Caitlin might refuse to play altogether if these changes continue. Team USA is officially in panic mode. Before we get into this absolute disaster, tell me in the comments, should Caitlin Clark be allowed to keep her number, or is Team USA right to enforce their rules? Because what is happening behind the scenes is way worse than anyone expected.
Team USA just made a decision that has the entire basketball world losing its mind. They're forcing Caitlin Clark, the biggest name in women's basketball right now, to give up her icon.
All right, so Team USA Basketball just dropped a bombshell that sent shockwaves through the entire sports world, and you are not going to believe the reason why. They are forcing Caitlin Clark, the undisputed face of women's basketball right now, to abandon her iconic number. And let us be crystal clear about something. This is not just a simple number change. This is being seen as a blatant, calculated act of disrespect that has fans, analysts, and everyone in between seriously questioning the true intentions behind this shocking decision. We are talking about the star who single-handedly brought millions of new eyes to women's basketball, now being told that her most recognizable symbol, the very number on her back, must be left behind. It is a move many are calling a deliberate slight, a slap in the face, especially when you consider her meteoric rise and the unparalleled impact she is having on the sport. No name is bigger than Caitlin Clark in women's basketball right now. Her name has taken the world by storm, and dealing with this Team USA situation just keeps getting worse. Because here is the thing. Caitlin was already snubbed from the Olympic roster earlier this year.
And let's be crystal clear about something. This isn't just a simple number change. This is being seen as a blatant, calculated act of disrespect that has fans, analysts, and
It is an opportunity wasted. And now not only are they continuing to disrespect her, but they are forcing her to change the number that has become synonymous with her entire career. This bombshell was officially dropped just ahead of Team USA's critical training camp in North Carolina, scheduled from December 12th. This camp was supposed to be a celebration, a showcase of the best talent in the world, featuring stars like Paige Bueckers, Juju Watkins, and others. Instead, it instantly became the stage for this unprecedented and frankly bizarre controversy.
Caitlin Clark, who is not one of the top 12 to 15 WNBA players, did not make the Olympic team. But Christian Laettner wasn't one of the top 100 players in the NBA, and he made an Olympic team. Olympic basketball team, men's and women's, has always been subjective and very political at the end of the roster. Isaiah Thomas didn't make it. Why? Michael Jordan didn't like him. The WNBA Finals had 700,000 viewers. The draft that included Caitlin Clark had 3 times as many. Life, whether it's a relationship, business, sports, life gives you so few big waves. When they do, grab your surfboard. Women's basketball feels like it's suffering from spite or historically low self-esteem, where they want to prove that they know more than you do. It's an opportunity wasted.
And now, not only are they continuing to disrespect her, but they're forcing her to change the number that's become...
This is the, these are the Team USA. And these are the player numbers. So obviously, Kelsey Plum, number 5. Jackie Young, 13. You have Griner, 15. Chelsea Gray, 8. Kalia Copper, 7. And then everybody that was not on the roster is above number 15.
Reports started surfacing early in the morning, revealing this shocking mandate that would effectively strip Clark of the number that has become completely synonymous with her record-shattering college career and her dominant performances in the WNBA. The timing of this decision makes it even more baffling. It comes just as her fame is exploding on a global scale, which only serves to amplify the outrage felt by her dedicated and rapidly growing supporters. Make absolutely no mistake about it, Caitlin Clark's number 22 is not just some random jersey number. It is, without a single shred of doubt, the single most recognizable number in all of women's sports right now. Period. There is no debate. There is no valid argument that can be made against this undeniable fact. From her mind-blowing, record-shattering performances at the University of Iowa to her explosive WNBA career, the number 22 has become a completely inseparable part of her identity. It is a beacon, a symbol that fans instantly recognize from the nosebleed seats, in arenas, and on television screens around the world. To so many people who follow her, it is not just a number on a jersey. It is a legacy in the making. Her entire brand, the compelling narrative of her journey, and her incredible story are all intrinsically and powerfully linked to that number. It embodies the audacious, long-range three-pointers, the almost psychic court vision, and the sheer unyielding will to win that has captivated a massive audience stretching far beyond the traditional basketball fan base. She has literally become synonymous with the number 22 in the exact same way that Michael Jordan is forever linked with 23, or Wayne Gretzky with 99. To demand a change at this point in her career feels like a deliberate attempt to dilute that incredibly powerful connection she has built. A perplexing and head-scratching move that leaves absolutely everyone wondering what could possibly be the motivation. And here is what makes this even more frustrating for her fans. This is not the first time that USA Basketball has seemingly undervalued Caitlin Clark's unprecedented influence on the game. Remember earlier this year when she was conspicuously, almost shockingly snubbed from the Olympic roster? That glaring omission baffled onlookers, especially given her undeniable global appeal and the massive television viewership numbers she consistently commands. This emerging pattern of either overlooking or actively undermining her rising star status continues to fuel intense speculation that there is a deeper, more complicated agenda at play here. Perhaps a resistance within the organization to fully embracing the revolutionary game changer that she so clearly represents. Because when you look at the facts, none of this makes sense unless you consider that Team USA might be threatened by just how big Caitlin has become. So what number will she be wearing? The official word is that Caitlin Clark will be wearing number 17 for the upcoming USA training camp. 17. Now, while it is just an arbitrary number on its own, its real significance lies in the fact that it is absolutely not numbered. This forced alteration, especially when you consider the immense brand recognition she brings to the table, sparks a whole array of questions. You have to ask, is this a deliberate attempt by the organization to assert its control, to show who is, or is it simply a tone-deaf, out-of-touch decision that completely fails to grasp the cultural impact of her established brand? Either way you slice it, the message being sent to Clark and her fans feels uncomfortably clear: we are in charge, and your popularity does not matter to us. What makes this entire situation even more perplexing and frankly completely infuriating for so many of her supporters is the stunning revelation that no one, and I mean absolutely no one, on the USA Basketball training camp roster will be wearing number 22. Let that sink in for a second. It is not like the number was already claimed by a long-standing veteran player or a highly respected star with an unbreakable claim to it. The number is simply being left empty, unused, and available. This single detail completely transforms the incident. It goes from being a potential roster conflict or a simple logistical headache into what feels like an overt, undeniable act of perceived marginalization against the most impactful and popular player of her generation. If nobody else is wearing the number, why force Caitlin to change? The logic does not exist. The justification falls apart completely. And that is exactly why people are so angry. This specific slight against Clark also serves as a stark, powerful reminder of the broader disrespect that women in sports, particularly in the WNBA, so often have to face. It ties directly into the ongoing struggles for equitable pay, for better and safer travel conditions, and for increased recognition for their incredible athletic prowess. Think about it, when the most visible and popular star in the entire sport is treated this way, it sends a negative ripple effect throughout the entire league. It echoes the long-standing frustrations and highlights the deep-rooted systemic issues that still plague women's basketball, even despite its recent and incredible surge in popularity. The ongoing tense discussions around the WNBA's collective bargaining agreement and the very real threat of a lockout only underscore these deep-seated problems. The players are becoming increasingly vocal about feeling profoundly undervalued by team owners, citing a stark contrast between their immense contributions to the league's growth and the financial compensation they actually receive. So this number change is not just an isolated incident, it is another data point in a much larger narrative of perceived disregard for the true worth of female athletes. The players are tired of the constant, exhausting negotiation battles and are ready to stand firm for what they know they deserve. Demands for contracts in the $1.12 million range, while still incredibly modest compared to their male counterparts, are seen as absolutely fair given the value they bring. The sentiment is crystal clear: the owners are being disrespectful. And when this climate of disrespect already exists, an action like forcing a global superstar to change her iconic number just adds massive fuel to an already simmering fire of frustration. Because if they will disrespect Caitlin Clark like this, what does that say about how they view every other player in the league? Now, it is true that Caitlin Clark is not the only WNBA star to wear number. A'ja Wilson, a phenomenal talent and respected veteran, also wears it, as do other great players like Cameron Brooks.